Well, today I'm going to try to finish the drywall work in the cottage. When last I left it, I had done all the taping and preliminary mudding. I'm going to go in first with a sanding block and smooth it up a little bit and see where I need to touch up, where I need to add more mud, float out the low spots, that kind of thing. Anyway, there's no time like the present, so let's get going.
Okay, we only have 2 more weeks before we move here on the property full time. And so we are taking a lot of stuff that we had stored in daughter's garage and we're bringing it here and just kind of putting it in a couple of the cottages. And so unfortunately what I have to do is empty this truck. So let's get busy. What I'm pulling out of the truck right now is my grandson's guinea pig cage. You can see it's quite large. And his guinea pig died several months back, and my daughter was just going to toss out the cage. No more guinea pigs. Well, that's a big cage, as you can see. And I said, no, 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 I'll take the guinea pig cage. She's like, why do you want that? And I said, because when I start getting those cats fixed, I need to be able to put them somewhere. And that's big enough for a litter box and a bedding for each cat that gets fixed. They can be in that cage until they heal up. And so, anyway, that's what that's all about. And I think it's a good idea because I can't have them running around the RV. And they need a safe place to be until those stitches can heal up on those women, on those little girls. And so, I don't know, I might be able to put 2 cats in, 2 cats healing at a time. But we'll have to see about that, whether we do 2. I did check, and according to the animal clinic that comes, they go all these little towns on different days. This one here in this town, it happens to be that they're here every single week. But I checked the website, and they actually say up to 4 cats. But I don't know that we can get 4 cats in. I don't know that we have a place unless we use a totally empty cottage and put them in the cottage to heal up, where there's nothing to jump on, climb on, get hurt on. Then we could probably do 4 at a time and put them inside there. We do still have the problem with Grayson and Tina and Reba. Grayson will let us pet, but not pick up. Tina, she's skittish, but sometimes we can pet her head. And Reba, you touch her and she's gone. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. If we could trap them in actual traps, which might traumatize them. I hate traumatizing these animals, but what can we do? The only way to give them their shots, those 3 do not have any of the shots. We were able to give shots to the first 4, but we were not able to give them to those 3. And then Stowe already had his shots when he got fixed, so he doesn't need any. And then when we take them to go fix, rabies is required, so then they'll all get rabies as they get fixed. So anyhow, that's what that's all about. So I better get it going so I can finish. What I've got coming up next is garden soil. Yes, not garden soil, but the manure compost. I had Lee pick me up some more bags of that manure compost because I think that's going to be the best bet for that garden, especially since I've got those 2 large beds. So anyway, let me get this out of here. If you remember right, each one of these bags is 40 pounds. There's 10 of them, that's 400 pounds. I'm going to try to take 5 at a time. See if I can do that. I don't know. I think it's not quite as heavy as those green tubs full of the dirt and water. I think those were slightly harder to pull back. Might have been because they were a little bit bigger. I don't know. But weight-wise, I think it's pretty close, about 250 pounds. So if I was to guess, I would say, well, that's not 250, is it? 5 times 4, 200 pounds. So I'd say each one of those were 200 plus pounds. All right, I'll be back for the other 5. Okay, that was hard. So they might be kind of equivalent to those buckets, but I didn't take the buckets clear across the yard. So I'm gonna load the next $5, the next 5 bags up, and then I'm going to just push them aside. I'm not taking them back there all the way because it kind of hurt. So I didn't stack them. I got to a dip in the ground and couldn't move it any further, so it's in the garden. I just dumped the bags. Okay, I will load these 5 bags up, and then I will take the couple of things that are left in the truck, then close it up, and we'll move on to a new task. Oh, there's a spider web right there.
It is quite amazing how much of this compound you go through. I don't know if it's because I don't know what I'm doing or if it just takes a lot. I don't know. But clearly I'm going to have to get more because I'm going to attempt to texture the walls as well. Maybe I'm getting a little too picky since I'm going to texture them anyway, but I need to make sure that the tape is covered well and at least it doesn't have any big lumps in it. So it is what it is, I guess. If I use too much, I use too much. I was having a discussion with one of the followers online via comment section, and I likened drywall work like body work on cars. I seem to attack them both in the same manner. Put on too much mud, sand off too much mud, put on more mud, sand off more. I probably use twice as much as I should when it comes to cars. I'm also pretty picky too, but on cars. I don't know about buildings, but at least on cars I'm pretty picky. So maybe that's the case here. Maybe I'm putting on way too much. I don't know. I think I've got it pretty thin, but at the joints of the drywall, the factory joint is tapered in where it joins up so that it kind of drops down a little bit and meets the next one where it drops down, and you're supposed to tape that and then fill that section with mud. When you're not using a factory joint, you have thick, right, 1/2 inch thick coming across, and then it drops down about 1/8 of an inch. So then you have to fill beyond that and build it up so that it's a gradual slope off on the other side so you don't really see it. That's the talent with these guys that do this. Not claiming to have that talent whatsoever, but I'm doing the best I can. So we'll just keep plugging on. If I have to go to town and get some more, I'm pretty sure I will have to, but we'll do that. All right, well, my pan's starting to get goobered up. I'm gonna take it out, wash it, clean up my my knives, come back and do some more. Well, okay. I think that does it for floating the walls out. I'll let it dry and then sand it down. And hopefully it'll be good enough we won't have to texture it. We're talking about possibly putting some wallpaper up. We'll see how that goes. But thanks for watching. Sure appreciate it. God bless you. We'll see you next time on the Homestead. Bye now.